Chinese.
No, widespread, general. Because of our physical makeup. Where these months you turn, they kick your bottle, you turn, they terrible things. And we all suffered, but I would say they suffered most.
6 months when Babukar Jatta visited. Babukar Jatta's visit?
It had. He has capacity to take any more torture without dating him. Somebody is grown. Some of them are here. I can call their names. They just call their names. They just what. I would not attribute it to sympathy, or to no.
Any members of the junta? Period.
Yes. No. Room and to the main barracks. Particularly Peter. Never. And I knew him very well.
You indicated earlier that you saw Edwards twice.
Yeah. Yes.
At the barracks, did you have the chance to talk to back?
Oh, yes. We go in and out. One after the other. And I think it must be on the road to the and obviously dictates that some responded.
As you know,
who he knew gave the orders. He was number 3, I think. By that time,
intervene.
Because even in that sort of plight, I think if not sympathy should apply.
Somewhat after Babukar. About that visit?
Yes. In the hangar, the sliding by around 10 a.m. or so. We came out and they asked us to fall in. And the entourage. Who addressed us? They have no idea of our crime. And sort of over us so that we do not why we are there. He said, my mom Oje is my uncle. He said, some kind words. He said, now, she asked, she said, do you have a leader, a spokesman? So I addressed him. I was more detainees will confirm that. Told him insufficient, useless, absolute, raw floor. No. Is what we spread for bedding. In the hall there, to dawn. Several times. You have a fine shy of fresh lack of visits and so on. Lawyers and Abaya, when they arrested him, he had just over. He had an Abaya over. You know Abaya? He raised his Abaya, he raised it. And the white skin, you can see the mark, the line. From this man, I believe, is the first. And since he came here, he had no access. He's living by God's grace, God knows how. I told him, this will be an additional mark, bad mark. Spoke about a minute or so, or less. And then he came, or less. And then he came back. He said, when I leave, since I came back from America, he's got my dossier, he's been attending to. And he told him, now with me take over the feeding of the
to change your circumstances.
Never spoke to us. You know, a question of that, it was dawning on in the whole country and even in Senegal, to my opinion. Now,
that the army take for your feeding. Was that all that Mr.
after his departure?
So it therefore means to say to change things for you.
When he's traveling, he used to come and tell us.
Mr. Jatta could have changed your situation, but did not until the first time. Were any other important people brought in to be detained?
About 2 months before our release, the officer on guard came out, and then by that time, we had these benches, and they asked us to sit down. They were Baba Lee was their spokesman, could have been their leader, but he's the one who addressed us.
Thank you very much for that information. We would come to that later. Brought and detained together with your group.
Oh yes. Was brought. And
do you know for how long he was detained with your group?
Oh, he was there for over. Never tortured by us, except some. I was a very close friend to his. The member of parliament, and in those days, campaign never ceased. When it started, it continued year round your constituency, thanking them. You, and also to thank them, although you have not won. That was custom. Now, we go round until another election. We just give ourselves about a month rest, and afterwards, campaigning. So that relationship Hussein found, or was very little, maybe even to notice. I have always had a case one way or the other because I don't take everything. Not criminal. When my family reported to him that they have not seen me for 2 days, we had a way of communicating through was going all over the place, looking for us to police station, attorney general, blah, blah. We used to have these feedbacks. They caught him. And we had another gentleman here, Ablai Conte, who was former finance minister, foreign minister, Sierra Leone, vice president. Now he is in Belize, occupying a very senior executive position. He was my friend when we were. My belief is that that was necessary for the junta to perpetuate their unlawful hold on us, do what they wanted, terrorize and terrify the population. Here is OJ, very popular in Serekunda, very to terrorize ordinary people. As you know, in society you have ordinary. It was intended for the simple and ordinary minds, and it works.
In your statement in paragraph 31, you had this to say, and I will read. Including the top, so that it would render us totally helpless, would have, would have the public say, if they can do this to these leaders with impunity, then we better be careful, otherwise worse may befall us and nothing will come out of it. Does that really capture?
This is exactly.
Describe the conditions after his visits?
Yes, after his visit, they bought a football. They first of all brought a medical doctor to take our pulses, heartbeat, and blah, blah. And that was done to every one of us. He used to pray every night, and one night they came and nearly killed him. They say he was a witch. And nobody dare talk. We all were aware. So really, these were the three people the doctors exempted. But apart from these three people, all of us were in that hunger 24 hours, that we should be allowed to come out under the mango tree. Football and for athletics. Those who can, no limit. There used to be 4 or 5 around and also outside. I think run away otherwise the consequence will be bad, and that they should not follow us. He refused us only one. Later from some of his men, they thought that we were over 40, and the people who pray there are not many. And it's very near to the exit, PWD.
By who? Who told you that?
He did not tell us the reason, but he refused our request to be praying.
Babukar Jatta to determine your conditions of detention during that time?
So to look, so to see or observe.
And when you said the bamboo, who are you referring to?
I'm referring to Chairman Yaya Jammeh.
Was that